dear sir. It is my pleasure as the secretary of the very exclusive and particular esoteric club of Miskatonic University to inform you that your name has been put forward as a welcome addition to our illustrious club. The Esoteric Club of Miskatonic has determined on the moderate sum of £100 to be paid annually by all affiliates. As you may be aware, our club is proud to have in its possession a rare collection of phylacteries, amulets, fetishes, and other valuable antiques of the esoteric persuasion. And with your help, we hope to expand our collection even further. In consideration of so generous a gift from your side, we will offer you a space in our monthly journal to publish any article penned by yourself that you may wish to present to the world. And of course, we shall be sincerely obliged to you. We earnestly hope you will not have any objections to meeting our humble requests. Kindest regards, Gustav von Nachschaden, Secretary.
At last, a chance to publish one of my essays, and for no less than the very exclusive and particular Esoteric Club of Miskatonic. I simply have to find a really astonishing object. Something downright magical. The £100 are not a problem. I'm sure I have some money flying about the place. Of course, I cannot at this moment recall where exactly. And I think I have just the thing for this journal. One of my early treatises will do very well and can be the first of a long series of releases. I believe I must have left it somewhere in these shelves. After all these years of studying, all my efforts will finally be rewarded. This is a reproduction of an Egyptian ceremonial dagger. Not very valuable, but rather attractive. Careful now, it is very sharp. Just some common ink, almost dried out now. I remember once a Greek sailor tried to sell me some ink from a kraken. Ha! What a fool he must have thought me. Everyone knows the Mediterranean Sea is much too warm for those creatures. This feather looks like it could be from just about any bird, but in fact it is from a dodo bird, and was brought for me all the way from the Mauritius Islands. At last, my arm is complete again. This claw was an unexpected present from a toothed and homeless man who approached me on the streets of London. He said it would grant me 3 wishes. He also muttered something else about destiny, but I wasn't really paying attention. The fact is, I asked to be admitted to the very exclusive and particular Esoteric Club of Miskatonic University, and the wish has come true. Its power has been irrefutably proven, for it has granted me that wish. This is the perfect magical object to send to my future friends at the club. Excellent porcelain. Lovely, the water is still warm. The ink is dried out. Impossible to write with it in this state. I'll take the teapot. It could be useful. The warm water has diluted the dried out ink and given it a new lease on life. Magnificent. Perfect. Now the ink is usable. Now to use it. Facts and factotums of mysticism and spiritualis in and around the region of Groldavia. One of my very first essays on this delightful and little-known land. I published it myself. That profligate butler must have used it to kindle the fire, or to avoid going outside and braving the gales to cut up some wood. Clearly, I am not draconian enough when dealing with the help. Blast it all. The portrait I had commissioned for the cover is charred too, as is my signature. I cannot possibly send it to the exclusive occult club in this state. Should be called the Towers of Annoy. No, I do not dare touch that. The commanding look of Waldemar the Warlock weighs on me day and night as I endeavor to write about his life and work. And now, with a flourish, I sign my name, Lord Alistair Ainsworth. My grandfather on my father's side, Lord Edward, the black sheep of the family, he devoted his time to science instead of letters, although it must be said that he did keep the family tradition, failing resoundingly. Aha! Now I remember! This is where I stashed a bag of coins for an emergency. It is better to keep temptation away from Nigel. I have already seen him pecking at leftovers a few times. Confound it! The visor seems to be stuck. I cannot open it. Why am I not surprised? Once upon a time, these were candles, but they have been consumed by time, and all that's left is this deformed mass of sticky wax. Blazes, that burns! Wanton destruction has never been a recreational pursuit for me. For now. I purchased this off an old peddler who said it contained a gin. I do believe it must be a particularly dense and greasy gin. Sickeningly oily. This does not need... Well, I have lubricated it. That helps. Now it needs a little push. Aha! It does not sound good to say that I am filthy rich. Financially nonchalant is a more elegant way of putting it. This is more than enough to pay for those paltry inscription fees. My essay, at least now it does have my signature, but the cover is still charred and the portrait is missing. Surely a likeness of me would look better than these ashes. No, I do not think this is of any use to me. Truth be told, he could easily be mistaken for me. Fiddly and not too strenuous manual labor is one of my many specialties. Oh, it will not stick to it. Lovely! If I can get a hold of a portrait to stick on this, I will be all set. Perfect! The portrait and cover has been restored. Now it is indeed worthy of being sent to the club. Now, nothing can stand in the way of my membership. I shall instruct Nigel to post this right away, and then fame and glory shall be mine. We hope you have found this little demo game entertaining. It is but a little sample of what we are planning to do. We have it all thought out. If you enjoyed it and you want to sink your teeth into the weird story game, do not forget to support our campaign and to tell all your friends about it. You can access the project from right here. And of course, you are cordially invited to follow our progress through our blog and social media. Thank you very much for your time, dear friends. I feel sure we shall meet again, glimpse each other through a screen, or maybe meet inside your nightmares.